we're a gymnastics club, but we're a sports club, we're a community group, and it sounds very cliche and very sort of obvious, but we do put the child first, and everything we do is about making sure the child has a positive experience, they learn the fundamentals, and ultimately that whatever level they're working at, that they leave with a smile on their face.
So really it's about giving those young people a voice within their session, that the children can contribute, that the children can give feedback, that the children can show us by a variety of methods what they enjoy doing, what they perhaps dislike doing. So for the older ones, that might be about them giving us verbal feedback and having a choice. For the younger ones, it might be about us reading their facial expressions and their level of engagement, or it might be about asking them for ideas. So it really does depend on the individuals that we are working with, but it's making sure that every young person knows that they've got a valued opinion, that they can speak up, and that we create opportunities for them to speak up as well.
Like I always sit them down. I always say, what would you like to do today? I got a big poster, so say if like for instance we did like the jungle theme, I put the jungle bit theme poster on the floor. We all sit around the jungle theme and they say, right, what we learned today, what animals can you do? This is a snake, this is a crocodile, this is what, and that is what we do, and get the kids involved really, and say what we did last week. What did we do last week? Can you remember what we did? Did we walk across the bridge? Did we build a tree house? Did we do, what else did we do? What did we do? What animal did we do?
So as soon as they're able to, we just start to encourage the children and young people to talk to us about how they're feeling, and even if it's something sort of very, very minor, it's about us listening to the children and young people, so that you know when they've got something important, that they know that you're going to listen to them. For us, it starts with the minor elements. We call them minor, but actually they're really important to children. Which colour hoop do you like best? If you like the pink one, then tell us that it's the pink one. And actually that then builds up when they're teenagers. You know, have they got challenges around college, about exams? Are they worried? Is that going to have an impact on their well-being and an impact on their training? The children are working on the springboards section. So for example, we may initially run through all of the basic jumps. So everybody does a stretch jump, everybody does a tuck jump, everybody might do a star jump. And then once we've run through those, the children have the basics, it's then typical that we would include an aspect at the end where everybody now, you practice your favourite shape jump, you choose what you do, and then we might sit down and everybody watches. And I always say as a coach, I need to be able to recognise which shape you're showing me. So that's really important, and actually we find that when they're doing that bit, they actually show us the nicest shape jump they've done for the whole of the session. So the children love that ownership, they love the choice. We do as much as we can, particularly sort of when they're 7, 8, 9, 10, to make sure that element of fun isn't lost. So it may be warm-up games, it may be 15 minutes at the end. On a Friday, for example, we finish training 15 minutes early. The young people organise their own games on the floor area. So the coaches completely step back, we leave them to it. The older ones amongst them will set up a game of hide and seek or tag, dodge, I don't know, whatever they want to do. If they want to sit there and chat, they can, but we've given them that social time, and we've introduced that since we came back from COVID, and we've kept it because I think the ownership for the young people and the social bonding, it's only 15 minutes, but it's important. We often sort of think about a diagonal upwards trajectory, but when you think about different individuals and the different challenges they face, actually we all go off in different directions. We all have ups, we all have downs, children develop in different ways, everybody has different life experiences, and that would absolutely be my one key bit of advice to give to anybody, regardless of the sport, regardless of the activity, is actually to look at that individual, look at what's going on for them, and how the sport or the activity can then work with that, and to give the very best experience for that individual. There are some children, for example, who may not like to speak out or to give feedback. Some of the sessions can be quite loud, you have some dominant personalities. We as coaches can be quite loud as well. So one of the reasons that we bring in our young leaders into the sessions is to give a little buddy to some of those more reluctant participants. But it's also again about using a variety. So there are times when we might might use a written activity for some of the older ones. There might be times when we put them into very small groups. We might put them into pairs, may ask them to choose their partner so they can go with a friend. So again, it's just recognising those different personality traits and trying to make sure that we give different opportunities for very different children to actually have their say and to make a contribution in whichever way.